Welcome to African Dream Motivation.
The easy way is efficacious and speedy. The hard way is arduous and long. But as the clock ticks, the easy way becomes harder and the hard way becomes easier. And as the calendar records the years, it becomes increasingly evident that the easy way rests hazardously on shifting sands, whereas the hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Colonel Sanders. Life is a huge structure with so many interconnecting occurrences. It is terrifying and difficult looking at tackling everything all at once. You cannot do everything at a single attempt. It is impossible. You need to tackle the steps one after the other. The big goal may seem complicated, but when it is divided into smaller parts, it becomes more manageable and attainable. Focus on a portion of your dream today, assign all seriousness to it, and it shall be accomplished. Note that it is the little parts that fit together to form the whole. Take it as moving to a location which is about 500 meters away. It is impossible to jump once and get there, but even with baby steps, you will surely reach your destination. Use the little you have to get what you want. Don't sit there waiting for the $100 billion capital before you start your dream business. It might never happen. Start small but aim higher. Focus on doing much today and you are on your way to success. Be specific when it comes to goals and dreams because it is easy to hit the target when you aim at it. But trying to use one bullet to hit two targets in different locations might result in 0% accomplishment. Sometimes, one is better than many. Just like trying to look through a bottle, you will see clearly with one eye closed, but if you try to use both eyes, you will not have a clear vision. A boy lost his father when he was young. He took responsibility of cooking for the family while his mother was busy working for money. Many years later, his cooking skills became his breakthrough, with his company established in many countries around the world. Colonel Sanders was born on September 9, 1890. His father was a farmer who was so hardworking. He worked on his 80-acre farm until he broke his leg after a fall. He then worked as a butcher for 2 years. On the other hand, his mother was a devoted Christian and a strict parent who continued to warn his children of the evil of alcohol, tobacco, gambling, and even whistling on Sundays. In 1895, his hardworking father died, and his mother had to step in to take care of the family. She got a job at a tomato cannery, and while she was busy making money, someone had to assume the position as a cook in the house. So young Sanders assumed the position as a cook and took care of his younger siblings. By the age of 7, he was very skilled at cooking, and when he was 10 years old, he needed to work and make his own money. He got a job as a farmhand at that tender age. Later on, his mother remarried, but Sanders and his stepfather didn't get along. So in 1903, he dropped out of 7th grade and went to live and work on a nearby farm. When he was 13 years old, he left home and took a job painting horse carriages in Indianapolis. At age 14, he worked as a farmhand after he moved to southern Indiana. From 1906 to 1930, he worked so hard in multiple fields. At one point, he was a conductor of a streetcar company. He falsified his date of birth and enlisted in the U.S. Army in October 1906. He also worked as a blacksmith helper in a workshop. He took a cleaning job where he cleaned out the ash pans of trains from Northern Alabama Railroad when they had finished their runs. And later on, he practiced law for 3 years. His career of practicing law came to an abrupt end after a courtroom brawl with his own client. This drew his reputation in the mud, destroying his career totally. He encountered repeated failures, but he still managed to overcome them all and move forward. In 1920, he established a ferryboat company, and it was an instant success. After making so much from it, he cashed out the company's shares and raised an amount of $22,000, which he used to establish another company manufacturing acetylene lamps. His new lamp company failed after Delco introduced an electric lamp that was sold on credit. Again, Sanders was out of work. He went on to try several jobs, but they all didn't provide the financial goals and comfort he desired. In 1930, Sanders started a new restaurant business, serving his customers in his adjacent living quarters. The Shell Oil Company offered him a service station in North Corbin, Kentucky, for his restaurant. In the agreement, he wouldn't pay an outright rent, but instead would pay them a percentage of sales. His popularity grew, and the governor of Kentucky honored him with a colonel title. During World War II, his restaurants were closed for some time, and he later reopened. And with his secret recipe, he got so many franchises, making him realize huge profits. By 1963, the company had expanded to over 600 locations. And by the time of his death, there were 6,000 KFC outlets in 48 countries worldwide, with over $2 billion of sales annually. As of early 2022, KFC outlets were established in over 150 countries worldwide. He didn't wait for $1 million capital to start a $1 billion company. He began, and the opportunities started showing up. Do you think if he hadn't started small, Shell would have recognized him and offered their service space to him? The dream may be big, but every little steps make you stronger and shows the world how determined you are. It is always scary if you haven't started, but every step takes you closer, making the view clearer than it used to be. Like the wise saying from Confucius, "The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither." Your dream is big. It might even take 10 years to accomplish, but you can make it fit in today. All you need to do is to divide it into smaller portions so that you can contribute something on a daily basis. Work hard every day to solve the whole mystery of life limb by limb, and gradually you will occupy what you thought was impossible. Be inspired and never give up. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Also, share this video with anyone you believe will love it as you did. Thanks again. See you in our next video. Until then, have a nice day.